Hello everyone, my name is Ozerozos, and welcome to an Overwatch gameplay commentary. I haven't done a gameplay commentary in a very long time. It's been ever since I last played Team Fortress 2, so this is going to be bad, but hey, I don't care. So, yes, this video is going to be my overall thoughts on Overwatch. I don't know how long this video is going to be. It's because this is going to be as long as it needs to be. There might be a bit of some background noise because my fan is on, but it's hot in my room, so I'm leaving it on. You're welcome. So, I'm going to be going through the pros and cons of the game in my personal opinion. So, of course, this isn't like based on everyone else's opinions. It's just really just mine. So, if you don't care about my own opinion, then I don't really know why you're here in the first place, but hey! So without further ado, let us get right in it. So, in a nutshell, before I even start, I think this game is really good. It's definitely above average. It's not a 10 out of 10 perfect game, but honestly, I would probably say it's either an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10. Let's just say like an 8.5 out of 10, if I had to rank it like that. So, oh god, my air conditioner is cut on. Probably even more about background noise. Why am I talking about that? Anyway, so, the pros. These are in no particular order. These are just the order that came to mind. And the first pro is that there's just so much variety in all the heroes, and they all have different play styles. And so there's really a hero for everyone to enjoy, and everyone's unique play style, and if you're like a Call of Duty nerd, 12-year-old nerd, Call of Duty nerd, moron nerd person, then you can play Soldier 76, because that's literally what they based that character around. It's Call of Duty. That's actually what Blizzard said. So there you go. If you like Call of Duty, you can play Soldier 76. And if you want to be like a robot omnic monk thing that floats and shoots balls at people, then you can play Zenyatta. And if you want to be like a fat guy, if you want to like be a Trump supporter, then you can play Roadhog. There's just a hero for everyone. I can go on and on and on for all 21 heroes, but I'm not. That would be boring and stupid. So, and the next part is just the fantastic team play, really. Like, I'm not really much of a team player in pretty much any other game. Like, back whenever I played TF2, it was really just me playing. I didn't really communicate with my team at all. I really just stomped on everyone that I played against, because I was one of those nerds that was just a pub stomper in TF2 and didn't play competitive because I'm a nobody. But in Overwatch, you have to play as a team, and you have to coordinate certain moves with your team, or else you'll lose. It's not like, the stereotypical FPS like Call of Duty, where one good player can just completely carry a team, and he can do literally everything for them, and then they'll win. But in Overwatch, you can't do that, really. I mean, you can get, like, someone to carry and not kill everybody, but you can't really do that because it gets all the heroes and all the counters to all the heroes. So you really can't really just be just a solo carry to a team. I know some people say they are just because they're egotistical butt munchers, but hey. So really, just the team play is really good. You actually have to work as a team, or else you're just guaranteed to lose. So that's actually really good. And Overwatch is, of course, obviously a team-based FPS, or whatever you want to call it. And next thing here I'm going to be talking about is that, for the most part, it's pretty balanced. Like, you got to give Blizzard some credit, because they have to balance 21 heroes, and however many maps there are. There's only like one, but so even though some heroes are terribly unbalanced, I'll get to that later on in the cons, but for the most part, the game is pretty balanced. And I'll get more into this in another video and later on, actually, but I'll talk about this more in a bit. And the next thing here is, I never really hear anyone really talking about this point, but I'm kind of stupid, so I put this in here anyway. And that is, the maps in-game are actually very simple and easy to follow. And I say that because on some games, in some FPSs, if I like spawn into a map that I've never played before, I just have absolutely no idea where to go. I get lost. I look like a retard, well, more so than usual. And I just kind of just sit there and look stupid. But in Overwatch, for some reason, I don't know, I guess it's just because I followed my team, but I've never gotten lost in a map in Overwatch. And for the most part, the maps are also very balanced. You know, they aren't, you know, better for attackers or better for defenders, and really any map that I've come across so far, at least. Maybe in like the very upper high level of play styles, like I don't know, whenever they add ranked. I'm sure some maps are gonna be kind of broken, but for just my little casual self, the maps are very good and balanced, and it's easy to follow for my slow little tiny minuscule brain. And the next thing here is Blizzard actually bans the cheaters. And cheaters, or hackers, whatever you want to call them, have always been just like, that's the worst thing about gaming in general. And for the most part, they just kind of get away with it, especially with TF2. I remember TF2 being just awful with hackers, and I know recently, like a month ago or 2 months ago or something, they actually sent out a ban wave and Vec banned a lot of people that were cheating, but that's only like 8 years too late. But Blizzard, right even before the game was released, they straight up said they were going to permaban anyone that cheats in any scenario. So that is amazing. I haven't come across I don't know what I just said. I haven't come across any cheaters at all in Overwatch thus far. I'm sure I will. I've heard other people have, but just me right now, I haven't encountered any of them. And of course, if you do encounter any of them, there's a very high chance that they're going to get banned anyway, and you don't really have to worry about them as much in, say, Call of Duty or TF2, etc., etc. And also, our next point here, there's no stupid pay-to-win mechanics. And I swear, if they ever add pay-to-win mechanics or microtransactions, I cannot say that word, that have pay-to-win elements in them, that will kill this game. Like, it really will. It would ruin this game for me. I would quit playing it. But there are no pay-to-win mechanics, and thank God for that. There are microtransactions, but they're just for cosmetic things, and people give Overwatch a ton of crap for that, but they're just freaking stupid, really. There's no other way to put it. And the next point here is there's just a wide variety of skins and sprays, etc. that you get from the loot boxes. And now these are unneeded. They don't really, you know, it's cool that they're in the game. I love them. But the game wouldn't be any worse without them, really. They're just something that Blizzard threw in for us. Something for us to play around with, and things for us to give them money for. So, hey, it works out for both them and us. And for the most part, they all look pretty good. Except for, like, maybe, actually, never mind. They're all fine. Whatever, who cares. So, and most importantly, this is the biggest pro for me. Like, this made the game for me. And that is, of course, Tracer's butt. Okay, now for the cons here, this list is shorter than the pros, obviously, but I'm gonna be talking about them anyway. And what? Anyway, so the cons. The maps and game modes can get pretty repetitive because there aren't very many game modes and there aren't very many maps. But personally, I'm fine with that. Now, a lot of other people dislike that about Overwatch, but personally, I'm fine with that. Like, whenever I played TF2, I played literally one map and one game mode, and that was Payload on Gold Rush. That was literally the only map and game mode that I ever played on that game, for the most part. And I never got bored with it until, like, of course, I quit playing TF2 because that game's stupid. But hey, so personally, of course, I'm fine with the low number of maps and game modes. Of course, they'll probably add more, I'm assuming, and that'll be fine. It wouldn't be a good thing or a bad thing for me. I'll just be like, oh, okay, I guess. And this one isn't Blizzard's fault or Overwatch's fault, but I figured I should put it in here in any way. The community is just it's awful, really. Like, it's just awful. Like, it's worse than TF2's community. Like, you just get, like, cursed out. Like, if you, like, die once, like, oh my god, you freaking idiot. How dare you not be perfect. I'm carrying this dadgum son of a teen, Donald Trump, for president. Like, the community's just very, very toxic. Like, it's just awful. Really, it's just awful. There's really no other way to put it. And I talked about this earlier whenever I said a few heroes are unbalanced. I'm not going to go into too much detail about this because I will actually be making a completely separate video of me talking about this. So I'm not going to talk about it and be a sellout and make you go and watch that video. You're welcome. And my last con here is that the matchmaking is just really like, right at the moment I'm what level am I? I'm like 32, I think. I haven't been playing very much. I'm only like level 32. But I'm getting matchmaked. Is that even a term? I don't know. I'm getting paired up with like level 90s and like freaking like 80s and 90s. Like, I don't, like, why? Like, I'm pretty sure there are other people in the entire world that are around the same level as me. Yet Overwatch just for some reason pairs me up with stupidly high levels, and it makes the games just unbalanced, and we just get rolled, and it's just kind of, the matchmaking is just kind of bad right now. I mean, I'm sure it's probably better if you like play with other people, but I've never played with anyone else because I don't have any friends. So I guess solo queue, if you will, and I just get paired with just awful, just other players. Not that other players are bad, but just the difference in levels are just awful. And I know levels don't mean skill, but the higher the level, it obviously means the more time to have with the game, and so the more experienced they are, and experience usually equals some amount of skill. So it's just kind of bad right now. I'm hoping once they add ranked, it'll probably cool off a bit and the matchmaking will get better. But hey, you never know. So this was my thoughts on Overwatch. This video wasn't that long. I thought it was going to be a lot longer than this. But hey, I got everything I wanted to say out of my mouth. So without further ado, I hope you all have enjoyed this video, of course. If you have any suggestions of things you would like for me to talk about as regards to Overwatch or etc., just let me know. I will be making more Overwatch videos, so sorry if you don't like Overwatch, but at the same time, I'm not really sorry. I'll make what I want. Screw you. So, hope you all have enjoyed this video. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe if you did, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, and have a fantastic day.